You got to slow down because you're talking so fast. I can't understand you. I keep hearing all time, but that's all I'm getting.
You got to prove that you got power of attorney law over me. I'll have to sue the courthouse for 100-fold.
Mr. Goodman, I don't have to prove a damn thing to you, sir. If you're here on the,
you got to prove that you got that you got power of attorney law over me. My name is not those capital letters, so I'm an Israelite from the 12 tribes. So what I'm saying is I'm representing myself. That's all that needs to be said. I'm a human being. I'm a living man. I'm a living being. I'm not no cargo. I'm not none of that.
Unless you are a price on a can of beans, we don't need a bar.
All right, guys. Today we've got an absolute banger. Judge Oakley is back, and once again, he's giving a sovereign citizen the reality check he desperately needs. I swear, no one handles these courtroom clowns better than Oakley. The man's a legend. This time, the guy's in court for allegedly assaulting his girlfriend, and, shock of all shocks, he's spewing the usual sovereign citizen nonsense. Like seriously, when are these people gonna realize that I do not consent isn't a legal defense? As you watch, let me know in the comments, what do you think this guy's IQ is? Because I've got a strong feeling it's not exactly triple digits. Let's dive in and watch this courtroom chaos unfold.
Mr. Bowditch, are you ready on Goodman?
Well, Your Honor, I spoke with Mr. Goodman. Mr. Goodman asked me to tell you that the prosecutor in this case has no power of attorney over him. He's an Israelite. There's no grounds under the bar code this matter should be dismissed. I believe he may want to represent himself. You may ask for some clarification if you talk to Mr. Goodman, but that's what he told me to tell you.
Thank you. Mr. Goodman, are you requesting that you represent yourself on this matter? You're muted, Mr. Goodman.
What I'm saying is nobody has power of attorney law over me through the bar code. I'm the beneficiary. My name is not those capital letters, so I'm an Israelite from the 12 tribes. So what I'm saying is I'm representing myself. That's all that needs to be said, because that's what the law is. I got common law jurisdiction. It's a non-violent crime. So I push for it to be dismissed under the bar code.
It's not going to be dismissed today. So simple question. Are you representing yourself from this point forward? Yes or no?
Yes, I'm counseling myself.
All right. Mr. Bowditch, you're out. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I said, are you planning on filing a motion, or would you like to set this case for trial?
I'm planning on filing a motion to dismissal because there's no grounds or no standing over my case, because nobody has power of attorney law to hear me, to even take this process even further. You got to prove that first. You got to prove that you got power of attorney law over me to hear this matter. Okay, I'm an Israelite.
But you don't know what you're talking about.
I do know what I'm talking about. You don't have power of attorney law. The prosecutor don't have power of attorney law. You don't have power of attorney law. It's under the bar code.
Mr. Goodman, please do not interrupt me. I'm trying to be polite.
Okay, it's under the bar code, though. This is what you signed up to do. You're a public servant. So
right, unless you are a price on a can of beans, we don't need a barcode.
Yes, I am. I'm a human being. I'm not a deity. I'm a human being. I'm a living man. I'm a living being. I'm not no cargo. I'm not none of that. It's under the barcode. This is the real law.
Come here.
Yeah, no standing or no ground.
Mr. Goodman, I'm going to give you a date for your motion.
I'm only here to praise Garhezen.
Pardon me?
I want all my rights intact to me at all times. Do you agree?
Oh, so now this guy wants all of his rights intact, including the imaginary ones like the so-called right to drive without a license? That's just not how any of this works. Driving is legally defined as a privilege, not a right, and that's not up for debate, it's just basic law. But here's where it gets even wilder. Now he's suddenly identifying as an Israelite. Tell me if I'm wrong, but this feels like a last-ditch attempt to dodge the sovereign citizen label. Keep in mind, sovereign citizens have already been flagged as a domestic terrorist movement in the US, and now, conveniently, this guy's rebranding. To me, it looks like he's just trying to slip out of the consequences of the nonsense he's spouting in court. But what do you think? Is this a real belief or just courtroom cosplay? Drop your thoughts. Let's get back into the madness. Next.
I can't understand what you're saying. I think you're too close to your mic.
I want all my rights intact to me at all times. Do you agree?
I can't understand you, so no, I don't agree. I hear you're
Okay,
something all the time. but I don't know what you're saying.
text me at all times. I want all my rights to text me all the time.
All right, I can't understand you. All right,
Okay.
Are you still living on border? Are you still living on border? Mr. Goodman, are you still living on border?
Ashley, keep yourself muted, please. Your child keeps crying. Thank you.
No, I live somewhere else. I moved.
All right, can you give me that address, please?
I stay at hotel rooms from time to time because I don't have no house right now. So I'm in staying in hotel rooms.
Geographically, where are you at today?
Detroit, Michigan.
All right. So my next pretrial date is when, Heather?
It is March 8th.
All right. So Mr. Goodman, I'm going to give you a date on March 8th to file a motion. You file a motion, we'll hear it on March 8th. That's going to be in person.
Motion for dismissal?
Whatever you want to file a motion. You said you wanted to file a motion. So I'm giving you a hearing date for your motion.
What time?
We'll schedule that at 10 a.m. and this is going to be live. No Zoom.
All right.
I'm having trouble
All right. I
with
want
the audio.
all my rights to text me all the time.
Pardon
I'm
me?
only here to threaten confusion. I just want all my rights and text me all the times. And everybody just got to prove that they got power of attorney.
Hold on a minute. You got to slow down because you're talking so fast I can't understand you. I keep hearing all time, but that's all I'm getting.
Okay, what I'm saying is for the dismissal, I'm about to put it in today. You got to prove that you got power of attorney law over me. I'm going to have to sue the courthouse for 100-fold.
Mr. Goodman, I don't have to prove a damn thing to you, sir. If you're here on the
you got to prove
listen to your motion.
you got to
If
prove
you're
that you
not
got
here
power
on
of
the issue,
attorney law over me. You don't have power. I don't care what you're talking about. You got,
attorney over you, Mr. Goodman. Listen
yes,
to
you
me.
do. You need power of attorney law to talk to me. You ain't got no ground. You ain't no standing. You ain't got no ground to understand it. I got the affidavit of truth right here. I got authenticated birth certificate. I got a letter of intent over here right now. I broke all my contracts with the government. I'm not those capital letters. I'm with the 12 tribes of Israel. My name is Israel. I'm an Israelite. I'm with the 12 tribes of Israel. You don't got no power of attorney law over me. I'm pushing for dismissal. I'm suing your courthouse for 100-fold.
We go again. Another sovereign citizen threatening to sue the court for $100,000, as if that's ever worked. Let's be real. You can't sue a judge just for doing their job. That's what judicial immunity is for, and it's not optional. These folks clearly skipped civics class and common sense every time one of them pulls the "I'm suing." You, move. It's nothing but a theatrical waste of time. But what really blows my mind is how they commit crimes and then act completely clueless when they get caught. Like, you did the thing. What did you think was going to happen? Honestly, it's a little scary. Watching this play out makes you wonder if we're witnessing the slow decline of basic reasoning in America. But don't click away just yet. We're about to jump into his next hearing. Spoiler alert, he's tuning in from jail because, shocker, he missed his own court date. Let's get into it.
Try it again, counsel. I'm sorry.
Good morning, Your Honor. Patricia Manning for the people, P84088.
All right. And Mr. Goodman, can you hear us okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. And Ms. Murphy, what are we doing on these files?
Judge, it's my understanding that Mr. Goodman has an appointment at the Forensic Center on January 31st. As Your Honor knows, he has pending cases in Frank Murphy. He went before Judge Michael Callahan yesterday. He was, his bond was reinstated with a tether. I believe Your Honor has put a 250, 10% bond on Mr. Goodman. You know, Your Honor, that I'm going to ask you to reduce that bond to something affordable.
All right. So I've got two files. One file's got that 250, 10% with a GPS tether. That would be the February 5, 2022 incident date. And then the other file, which is the misdemeanor file from May 10, 2019, he's just on a personal on that one with a GPS tether.
Right. And you know, Your Honor, that I don't represent him on the DV.
Right, right. But he finally does have a date for a forensic exam?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. All right. So you just want to adjourn the PCC?
Yes, Judge. And ask for a reduction in bond.
Thank you. And Mr. Goodman, have you talked to an attorney on the domestic violence case? Or are you representing yourself on that one?
I have nobody to represent me. I think it was Langford or something was supposed to be my attorney. I'm not sure how it went south.
Okay. All right, counsel, go ahead and make your bond argument. But before you do, just so we're all on the same page, my notes say it's 25,000, 10%, no contact with complaining victim, and GPS tether. Is that your understanding?
So Judge, I thought it was 250,000, 10%,
I don't know
25,000.
what I just said, but
Oh,
my file says 250. Well, yeah, 250,000, 10%. Correct.
so Judge, I mean, obviously that's unaffordable. Mr. Goodman is not a man of,
Who could have guessed? Just one look at this guy and you'd swear he's got about $2 and a stale Tootsie Roll rattling around in his piggy bank. And honestly, it's no surprise the public defenders want nothing to do with him. Sure, they're legally required to represent people who can't afford an attorney, but even they can step back if there's a conflict of interest or if the client is just flat out impossible to deal with. So when even the court-appointed lawyers are throwing in the towel, you know this guy's a walking disaster. And let's not forget, this isn't some harmless traffic ticket we're talking about. The guy's facing a full-on domestic violence charge for allegedly assaulting his girlfriend. That's a real crime with real consequences. No amount of made-up legal mumbo-jumbo is going to magic him out of this one. Bottom line, he's not just delusional, he's dangerous. Let's jump back in and see how this legal train wreck unfolds.
and his significant other just acquired new housing, Your Honor. They have a baby. Mr. Goodman needs to be there to assist with childcare responsibilities because both of them were working before Mr. Goodman was taken into custody. I know we've had some issues, Your Honor, with appearing in court. Mr. Goodman has had transportation issues with respect to getting to the forensic center, and that was his issue, Judge. The tether violation was simply a malfunction of equipment. So I would ask Your Honor to, and since they do not have means, Your Honor, I would ask Your Honor to reduce I'm asking Your Honor for a personal with the tether.
Response.
Um,
And counsel, you don't have to jump up to talk to me. I know it's instinctive, but it's okay if you don't.
Thank you, Your Honor. It is instinctive. Your Honor, in this case, he is before us for a misdemeanor DV. I understand he does have some pending felonies. I understand he's on a GPS tether for the felonies. I believe at this time, the most important thing is that he remain on, or that if he is released, he remains on a GPS tether. So in this case, I would not object to a personal bond.
All right. Ms. Murphy, unfortunately, this is one of those situations where I don't care what the parties think because I've got a long history. This building's got a long history with Mr. Goodman not showing up in court. So I set the bond for that reason. I'm keeping the bond as it is for that.
And this right here is why I absolutely love Judge Oakley. You can just tell he's a genuinely solid guy who doesn't tolerate the nonsense. Even when both parties were ready to let this clown walk, Oakley wasn't having it. He saw straight through the circus and served up a much-needed dose of reality. That's what a good judge does. No sugarcoating, just justice. Let me know what you guys thought about that one in the comments. I thought it was a solid case, and honestly, watching Judge Oakley do his thing is always a breath of fresh air. Especially that last part, chef's kiss. But we're not done yet. Next up, we're heading into another courtroom with Judge Boyd, and things get real heated. This young defendant thinks it's a good idea to backtalk the judge, tossing around slang like he's too cool for consequences. Spoiler, it doesn't. Go well. Let's jump in and see how that plays out.
Why were you late for court?
I really don't got an excuse besides I got insomnia.
I'm sorry, what?
I really don't got an excuse, but I got insomnia.
He overslept, Judge. That's what he's saying.
All right. So here's the thing. You need to be on time for court. Otherwise, you know what's going to end up happening? Whether you're 20 or 18, guess what? We'll make sure that you come on time. If you're not on time, we'll know where you are. You know how we'll know that?
Got my address.
I'm sorry, what?
I said, y'all got my address.
No, because you'll be in Orange and we'll bring you over from the jail. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
How far did you go in school?
In school?
Yes.
To 10th grade.
All right, why did you only go to the 10th grade?
I dropped out
Why?
because there was like a lot of drama.
All right, so let me explain to you about drama. Drama is you coming before the court and not addressing the court properly. Drama is using slang and not proper English coming before the court. So my advice is you probably want to get your GED so that you can get a job, because now it is hard to get good employment without at least a high school diploma. And even if you have a high school diploma, it's still hard. Guess what? People who go to college, and I'm not talking to people who go to college and they're getting a degree in philosophy, finding a job. I mean, people who are going to college, getting a degree in engineering, biology, they're all having a hard time finding employment. So you come along and you don't even have a 10th grade education and you're trying to get employment, it does not look good. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you employed?
I was employed.
So that's a no, right? You're not working?
No, ma'am.
So that means that your mom or somebody is supporting you, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So when you come back here on the 27th, you're going to come on time and you're going to address the court properly. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. We have an excuse?
Yes. Once you sign the reset form.
I had to include that last clip because seriously, who talks to a judge like they're chatting with their buddies at a bar? Wild. Some of these people roll into court acting like it's open mic night at a comedy club. Newsflash. It's court, not karaoke. But the main event today was definitely that sovereign citizen case. I mean, this guy was full-on screaming on Zoom during his first appearance. That has to be one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen. You can't just shout your way through a hearing like it's a Facebook rant. Honestly, I think these sovereign citizens should be required to show up in person. Half of their theatrics wouldn't fly face to face. It's easy to act bold behind a screen, but standing in front of a judge? Whole different energy. And on that note, I've got to say, it really feels like some judges are going too soft lately. I'm all for fairness and second chances, but there's a difference between being just and being walked all over. Some of these sovereign citizens don't need more patience, they need a wake-up call. The court isn't a stage for them to perform nonsense and stall justice. Judges need to draw the line, shut it down, and keep the process moving. Anyway, that's enough of my rant. I want to hear from you. What did you think about Judge Oakley in that first hearing? Personally, I think he handled it perfectly, firm, but fair. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I love reading what you all have to say. And if you enjoy content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. I post daily, so stick around. We've got plenty more courtroom chaos coming your way. Thanks so much for watching and take care.